All right, let's talk about nutrition, but maybe not in the way you're used to. We're going to completely reframe this whole thing today. So for just a minute, forget about the calories, forget about the carbs. We're going to dive into something way deeper. Something like, how do we nourish our entire lives? Let's jump right in.
So, does this sound familiar to you? You decide, okay, that's it, I'm going to get healthy. You hop online, you start reading, and bam, you're just drowning in this sea of conflicting advice, right? One day everyone's saying keto is the answer. The next, it's all about being vegan. Then you've got cleanses and intermittent fasting. I mean, it is an absolute maze out there, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, and this quote, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. And you know what? It's a struggle we all share. You're trying so hard to do the right thing, but the so-called right thing seems to change literally every single day. And you end up more confused than when you even started. But what if we've been asking the wrong questions this whole time? I mean, really, this is the core idea we're digging into today. Let's try to move beyond the whole idea of dieting and think about this for a second. What if nutrition isn't just some list of good and bad foods? What if it's a tool for building a better, more purposeful life?
Okay, so if nutrition is bigger than just the food on our plate, then what is it? Well, in this first part, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build a brand new definition from the ground up. And this one, it's all about wellness, not just about weight.
And look at how this just completely shifts the focus. See, it's not about being perfect. It's about the process, the journey. It's about making wise choices, but notice this part, as often as possible. Not all the time. This whole approach connects what you eat to your bigger goals in life, to living with purpose. And this is so important, to just being kind to yourself along the way. So this new way of thinking, this more holistic approach, it actually has a name. It's called Deep Health. And it's a really powerful framework because it goes so far beyond just the physical stuff. It recognizes that, hey, we're complex, emotional people.
Okay, so check out the shift in thinking here. On one side, you have the old world, diets, cleanses, restriction, and all that guilt over every single bite. And on the other, we're moving into this new view, this world of deep health. This means we're swapping restriction for compassion and curiosity. We're shifting our focus from being totally food-obsessed to being, well, life-focused.
And here's the big takeaway, right? The most important thing to get here is that deep health isn't really about your six-pack. It's about your joy. It's about acknowledging that how we feel, how we think, how we connect with other people, all of that is just as critical to our well-being as the vitamins and minerals in our food. It is a truly holistic way of looking at what it means to be well.
All right. I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do we put this whole philosophy into practice? Well, the answer lies in this really interesting concept called the anti-diet. It's all about a mindful approach to eating. I have to say, I love this term, anti-diet. It's kind of provocative, right? And it immediately tells you we're making a clean break from the past. It's not just a non-diet, it's an anti-diet. It's like this conscious, mindful rebellion against all those old, tired rules of restriction and shame.
So this whole anti-diet thing is built on 4 key pillars. Let's walk through them. First, you can eat anything, as long as you do it mindfully. You're just paying attention to the whole experience. Second, food should be a source of pleasure, not fear. Third, and listen, this one is a big one, you attach 0 guilt. You just let it go. And finally, number 4, you have to understand your why. You have to know why you're even on this journey.
And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? This whole approach is about completely flipping the power dynamic. It's about flipping the script. So instead of food controlling your thoughts, your moods, your entire social life, you are in control. You have the mental power to make choices that actually serve you, without being a slave to some random set of rules.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important piece of this entire puzzle, finding your why. Because this is the absolute foundation for any kind of lasting change.
I mean, think about it. This seems so simple, but we forget it all the time. Nobody really just wants to see a smaller number on a scale or get a better cholesterol reading just for the sake of it. No way. We want those things because of what they allow us to do and to be in our lives.
So I'm going to ask you, and I want you to really think about this. What is your why? Seriously. Is it about having more energy to chase your kids around the park? Is it about feeling confident and strong as you step into a new career?
Maybe it's about being able to travel the world without feeling held back by your body. What is that deep, meaningful reason that's really driving you?
Because let's be real, there are going to be hard days. Days when you're tired and your motivation is just gone. On those days, willpower isn't going to cut it. It will fail you. But a strong, deep emotional connection to your why, that is what will carry you through. It's the engine. It's what makes this whole journey sustainable, not for a month, but for life.
So let's end on this one thought. This whole thing, it isn't about having a perfect day, or a perfect week, or sticking to some perfect diet. It's just not. It's about the process. It's about doing your best, and then being kind to yourself when you inevitably fall short, and then having the resilience to just get up and try to be good enough again tomorrow. And you know what? In a world that demands perfection, that act right there, that's revolutionary.